welcome to another episode of Tales Across Time and Space. We have started observing super daylight savings time, so we're starting even earlier. But no.
Wow, super daylight savings time.
Yes, it's like normal daylight savings time, except for it's got golden yellow hair.
Oh.
Because apparently that's how things get super. But yes,
That's what it's saying?
Well, then does it go blue after that?
maybe.
No, it goes red, then blue
rosé?
after that.
Does it go
But then
rosé?
that's after like 2 versions of the yellow.
Alright, references aside here, a few announcements here. If you are interested and haven't already looked into it, the Kickstarter for the From the Ashes Pony Finder book has ended. However, there is still, you can still get in on through Backer Kit and get some of the pre-order rewards for the Kickstarter prices. So if you're waiting to see that, and that all the extra funding like this will let us see if we can reach the last stretch goal. So this is the last time I'm going to be plugging that, because I have something new to plug.
Woo!
A friend of mine who does furniture has launched a Kickstarter, link below, for a gaming table. Now, this is limited to the States just due to the fact of shipping tables is, well, big, heavy things. But they've got stuff like from a full full dining table, coffee table, and pub table. So if you're kind of a hardcore, if you like that kind of stuff, check it out. And if you're kind of a handyman type person as well, check it out, because at one of the lower levels, he just gives you the plans and designs, and you can kind of do it yourself. So that's kind of an option there. So check it out. I can't ask more than that, because it's not a cheap thing like buying a PDF or something. But so beyond that, obviously, as you can tell, we are at a earlier start time. This is mostly just so that either we're, because of the shift on my schedule, that we're not we either end earlier, or we allow ourselves more time if we really had a good point, without me saying like, okay, hey, I have to go to sleep, I have work in the morning. So
Yeah, ending earlier is good for me for some reason.
we have a lot of sleepy people. So
Yeah, I'm just generally a sleepy person.
yes.
hmm I say I start early, but I don't really. Not compared to you.
No,
But
can
I
understand
do
being a
go
sleepy person.
late, so.
No way!
So yeah. Anyways, I don't think there's anything else on my itinerary. Again, thank you to our artist for the mask game here. Check out our Twitter and our Discord, linked below as usual. So I apologize for people in there. I have I've kind of let it slip on the posting of previews for Dawn's Watch. It's just been a kind of a busy kind of time, so I just haven't had time. And by the time I realize it, I feel like, oh well. Don't worry, soon you'll get the stats to Razzle's Amulet version 2, because he's the only one in the group who has a tier 2 relic.
Yep.
Because he's already been working with his for a bit.
Woo.
Drink is done. Anyway, so, as usual, I'm Thomas. I am your game master for the day. And starting from left to right on the Roll20, just to go ahead and introduce yourselves. Moon is going to be mostly in chat. He's kind of a little burned out right now, so.
Oh, poor Moon.
I forget who goes first normally.
Look at the Roll20. You see your characters in order. That's the order.
Oh, yeah. Hello, everyone. I
should get on the Roll20, shouldn't I?
Hello, girl.
So hard to find good role players these days.
We're not machines. We're people. Or animals.
I think you're mostly people in this one.
I'm not.
Anyways,
Well, that's because you're a furry.
Tippery.
Yes.
Where's the sign-up sheet? Your sign-in thing.
Alright, let me turn you up a little there. Dustin, you are gotten quiet again.
I have?
Yep, you're fine.
Okay, there's the sign-up thing.
Yeah, no, I just adjusted your volume. It's just easier to do that than fiddle
Alright.
with too much knobs during this. So.
Oh.
Alright, anyways, introductions. Starting with Ella Girl. Jane.
We are professionals.
I think Jane already did it, but you got like we were talking over.
I didn't hear it at all.
Yes, I did say mine already. Did you not hear me?
I heard you, but everyone else was talking as well.
Gosh darn it. Yes, as I was saying, I'm Jane as ESP, and I'm playing as Ella Girl.
To me. I'm Kitsune, and I'm playing as QB.
Dustin. Or
Dustin.
Dustin.
Oh, it's me now? Okay. I am Zyston. I play Blank. I'm also, yeah. I
You're
cannot
also
see
yeah?
anything on the roll 20. Okay, things are loading in now. There we go.
We'll do some rehearsals at some point for those watching at home. We will
Yeah.
not be this comically inept in the future.
We're starting
Hey, it's almost
earlier.
like we're trying to imitate a comic or something.
Huh.
Anyway, I'm Magical Trevor. I play Frostshot the Star.
Yep.
Oh, yes, sorry. If we needed to also add an official playbook.
Yeah, don't worry. I think I should just get you guys a script, just so we can kind of say, like, okay, this is
Yeah.
what we do.
I'm an improv actor. Screw that script.
No, their job is to figure out our playbook because it's a mystery.
And if
Nova
you
Outsider.
you haven't been paying attention.
Oh,
That was a feedback loop.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
very
like-
feedbacky.
Yeah,
was that a
Sorry.
purposeful effect, or?
I think that's Leah and Dustin's your mics. You both have speakers, and that was kind of feedbacking off each other's.
Oh,
Or-
I'm actually pulling my computer closer to me at the very least. It makes it a
Or
little
it's the evil power of a time supervillain.
That would be more of a dubstep supervillain, I think.
Mhm.
Eh,
Okay, there we go. I moved
Oh,
the
no.
computer faster. That might help.
excuse me. One second here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so last we had left off, you had defeated a turtle, which turned out to be spider webs in disguise.
Oh, yes, Spider Turtle.
It wasn't a spider turtle, it was a turtle mech that was actually spiders webs. And you knocked out the score, which looked like one of those spider egg sac things. But yes. So yeah. Okay, so but more and less importantly here, I have no idea what I'm doing. Sorry,
That's
my brain
important.
I had it all in my head and it just whoosh.
Okay, roll back, restart.
Well, no, I don't. Not that said everything I talked about was incorrect. It just like where I was going with it went whoosh. So,
Okay.
1 second here. All right. Because yes, suffice to say though, an interview probably isn't the place where you should be going to right now. As things have gotten a little more, shall we say, real?
Yes.
So, what do you do?
I did not quite hear what you said there.
I said, what do you do?
Things got a little more real.
Yeah, got a
Yeah,
little more
before
real.
that,
So, what do you do?
I thought that last we left off, though, was like the end of a fight.
Yeah, you just beat the thing. There is a spiderweb egg sac little core thing sitting down at your feet, and the arcade is smashed. People have already
Didn't I, like,
evacuated.
yeah, didn't I like freeze
Okay.
in a block of ice?
I don't remember that exact detail right now, but sure.
I swear that was like kind of what we were going for in stopping it, but maybe I misremembered.
You shot like blank, cut open it, threw in a foam grenade to kind of keep the opening open, and then someone shot something through to knock out the core.
Oh wait, technically I don't think I can do anything. I think technically.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah,
removed
you
myself
have to
from
remove
the
yourself from the scene.
situation. Yeah.
So, QB, blank, and company.
Yep. I think we will start kind of leading people out.
Well, people already evacuated. I already said that.
Oh, they've already evacuated.
Yeah, you don't linger when their superheroes start fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they just all got out their cell phones and started taking pictures.
We might
Hey,
want
look,
to
it's
actually.
Superman versus Zod. Oh God!
We might want to actually grab the sack so we can actually study it and see if we can figure out anything else about it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna do the same thing. Like maybe
Yep.
take out a knife, cut one open. Like
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's just a sack. It just kind of looks like those spider egg sacks. So it's just one
Oh.
thing.
okay.
So, where would you take it to study it?
We don't have a lab, so.
I have connections with Aegis. With
Yep, you've got connections, so I think we'll bring it to one of their labs.
Yeah, I'll probably call it in. Like
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They're kind of already aware of what's going on, but they don't have to step into every single little nonsense that happens. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
But we'll bring it into them.
Yep. So you call ahead. No, not an issue for you. You've been doing well there. It's actually you find that you get response back that Dr. Helios offers you the use of his lab because he has that kind of broad analysis kind of thing to figure out some things metaphysical, metahuman, or meta origin.
Yeah.
Wait, he has meta powers?
Yes, he can see
No.
through the
No,
fourth wall.
Meta.
Woo! That's a pretty OP powers. Deadpool has proven.
So, all right. So 1 second here. I just got to figure out where I put some notes. So I actually have some. Okay, limited series. There we are. 'Cause I want to make sure people's motivations are being kept.
Hey.
All right. So yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you arrive at the Aegis, the lab of the Aegis scientist, Professor Helios. Dr. Professor Helios.
Dr. Professor?
Yes. Now, well,
He's
he
a doctor and a
can be
professor.
referred to as doctor, but he prefers to go by professor. I mean, he has
What
a
if we
doctor.
call him both?
That was me attempting to be funny.
That was me attempting to be funny.
We'll call him
Maybe
Bob.
he's Dr. Professor.
Exactly! We're just being
What does he
difficult
prefer
here.
Professor Doctor? I mean, I want to respect his wishes.
I'm just imagining all this is going on in character. Like I'm just trying to have a serious conversation with the
do I
doctor.
call
That's just
you
like,
doctor
you're calling
or
Doctor
I
Professor.
mean,
I
I
would
would take
ask
part of the situation for at least a moment because my character was removed from said situation.
Well, yeah.
Really at a meta level.
Well, no. You're back in the situation once the scene changes over.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm just making sure I wasn't like too injured from that.
No. Basically, as soon as there would be a narrator panel describing where you're suddenly at a different location or time passes, kind of thing, you're back in the scenario.
Alright, just making sure.
Yep. So Yes, you see Professor Helios looking up, pulling out some equipment here. There's various doodads and whatchamacallits, and then there's a machine that goes boom.
Oh, is there a thingamabobber?
No, he does not have the funding for one of those yet.
How about a what's-a-mahoosis?
If he does, he's not letting children near that.
Okay.
Oh man.
But yes, so so
Yeah, I'm gonna pull Foxfire to the side and probably mention that like when I was following her, I got stopped by a giant spider web.
Oh yeah, you did get caught in a spider web. I forgot about that. Go ahead and mention that. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, when I was tracking you before with the letter, something similar to what attacked us happened to me. I got trapped in a spider web.
Whoa.
Big one.
Wait a minute. What are you two talking about?
Ellie Girl is butting in.
Well, I assume this is. Well, I don't know if this was brought up publicly to all of us.
Well, he did say pulling QB aside.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like, I mean, it's perfectly fine for you to butt in, because that's your character.
Maybe I'm still a little loose.
So, QB, how do you respond?
Oh, what was it that he asked me?
Oh, I was just mentioning like, oh, when I was following you, like something like this happened to me. Like I got caught in a spider web. So.
Huh. What? Do you know what did it or what caused it?
Well, whatever caused it is probably the same thing that caused this.
Okay. So it could have been following us for a while.
Yeah.
Mhm. So I'm gonna let the others know.
So, yes, so QB shares that when she went off on her own, Blank followed her and got caught in some spider webs.
Mhm.
I like to think she says it in just that way, so he's like saying, yeah, he just totally got caught in spider webs, not neglecting to mention the size.
Yeah.
Blank's probably gonna go giant spider webs, just so you know.
Just spider webs. They're just webs. They might be small ones. I don't really know.
That's yes.
Why evil laugh?
Because I am playing. You are puppets dancing to my amusement.
Yeah,
I am
he's
not
the
your
GM.
puppet. There are no strings on me.
I'm sorry, but your nose is just grown.
There are no strings on me.
Okay. Anyways,
Okay, Ultron.
Thank you. Thank you for recognizing my reference.
to be fair, I recognize your reference. I was referring to the original reference.
Yeah,
I
the
wasn't basing it
original.
on the original reference. I'm basing it on the Ultron reference because I was watching that earlier today.
On a similar case, I finally saw Thor: Dark World the other night, but let's stay on topic.
Yes.
Sorry, Thor: Ragnarok, where it's. Let's stay on topic.
Yep. Back to topic.
Anyways, so
Hot topic.
I just like to think that he's just sitting there. He just pulls something and he just kind of stares at you guys, kind of arguing for a bit.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna turn to him. Sorry about that. You were gonna say something?
Here we're gonna kind of character. So what the plan, I think, is to kind of submit it to a multiphasic analysis, see if it's something scientific, like perhaps some nanosteel, arcanes, perhaps someone summoned some ethereal bonds, or simply metahuman. Maybe a potentially person can create biological constructs out of spiderweb.
Either way, it kind of seems like bad news a little bit. Is there anything we can do to help, Professor?
You could. He kind of gives you some generic kind of order, like things, like stuff that's not particularly like. Can you dial that or press that button? Can you tell me what this screen says? If you're offering to help, so.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely offer to help.
Okay.
I'll offer to
I'm not
help
doing
too.
fine. I am only like high school student, so
Yeah.
I assume I'm not super smart, but we can still do the basic bells and whistles, following instructions.
Yeah. No.
We can press buttons.
While you're doing the things, he starts speaking. Is like, yeah. He kind of chuckles quietly to himself. It's a half-hearted chuckle. It's one of those things. It's like, there's always a problem, isn't there? It's why this facilities like these even exist. Even so, we don't have the best. There are limits to what we can actually do to stop trouble like this from happening. Because people have powers. As much as I'd like to think that people would more often than not use them for good, some people are just short-sighted. And you suddenly see one of the machine after he says that one of the machines starts spewing out some paper and such, and he's like, he pulls it up to his face, kind of starts looking over the thing. There's kind of that various waveforms that he's kind of going through. He says, "Well, this, according to this, there isn't anything actually here."
That is interesting.
So, based on the fact that it says that nothing should be here, but there clearly is something here, at least as far as our senses are concerned, I'm leaning towards the arcane end of this. Something mystical, magical. You know, there's only so much science can do in the face of some of that.
Can you check what type of insect or like what kind of made this? Like, I'm just wondering if it's like multiple like spiders working together to kind of make something like this. Like,
if there was any way for me to do it, I would gladly do it. But unfortunately, as far as my equipment is all concerned, it's there's nothing.
Oh, like nothing at all. Nothing?
Like it's like all the lines or everything are reading as though there is nothing there. There's not even like it's reading a vacuum, effectively. And
okay,
I'll admit, like I am not arachnid. I'm not an arachnid-focused biologist here. Let's be perfectly honest. As it turns out, there aren't many people who get bitten by radioactive spiders.
Oh man, but what about that one guy? You know, I hear he lives like in the Big Apple. He's called something like,
Yeah. He got cancer.
Oh, that's a shame. You know,
Anyway, so let's get off that tangent there.
I heard his fluids are radioactive.
His fluids.
Let's just leave that
Just
one where it
ignore me.
lies. Let's not
Yeah.
comment on that.
Please. I don't want to say what my brain is thinking.
PG-13. Come on, you guys missed a chance for the rated R stuff last week.
Listen,
I wasn't there last week.
my brain's thinking.
Anyways, so yeah, so it's like, so what do you? So he has told you that it's likely arcane, and other than that, his equipment is kind of at a loss. So what? So what do you do?
I'm gonna turn to QB because she's the most magic one here.
Okay.
You're the most magic. I'm gonna do that with quotation marks among us. Do you know anything about these? Or any way we can?
Well, it depends on what type of magic it is, because anything I know about magic is very specific to the spirit realm.
Mm-hmm. Well, you personally don't
Um,
know anything because you are relatively experienced, but I believe, didn't you take the Belong in Two Worlds move?
yes,
Because
I did.
because whenever you contact your people, roll plus superior, one of the options you get is consult your people's knowledge to ask the GM a question about the current situation.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think we should use that.
All right, so how do you get in contact with your people? Because obviously you can't go home right now because the gate's still closed. But
Let's see. I think the way I'm able to get a hold of them, because I think I have some sort of like mind connection with them.
mm-hmm.
So
Here, I'll get you a Ouija board.
Please tell me
not
that's
a
in
Ouija
character.
board.
Please tell me that's in character for blank.
Yeah. But yeah, to basically contact my people.
I also have my insider info.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, that's another
blank,
avenue you can take.
Yeah, we might want to start with me doing it just because things from my world are magic.
Yeah.
Can be magic.
Discord cut out for me, so I didn't get to hear like a lot of what people said.
Okay.
So I thought there was awkward silence.
Well, basically, I'm going to contact my people, use my Belong in Two Worlds move. You need me to roll for that, hon?
Yeah, that's roll plus superior.
Okay.
Whoa! All right, you do really well.
Yay!
On a 10 plus, hold 3. On a 7 to 9, hold 2. But blah blah blah. Spend 1, hold 2. Receive a useful piece of alien. Well, it says technology, but this way it would be arcane relic. That will allow you to use any ability from another playbook once. Choose the ability when you spend the hold. Consult your people's knowledge to ask the GM a question about the current situation, and or clear condition to the comfort and contact with your home. Oh, I forgot to do this because I'm thinking about it. Third session move. Increase the team by 1.
Yay!
Okay, so the question I'll probably ask you is it demonic?
I assume, like, is it a yokai?
A yokai specifically, yes.
Because I'm trying to distinguish, because this is probably a setting where there are actual demons, and then there's stuff from where you're from, which are more of a different kind of creature.
Yokai than demonic, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And also the question is always, it could be not really magic, but it's just super advanced science.
Sufficiently advanced science is indistinguishable from magic.
Mm-hmm.
As we learned from Thor.
Yes.
Or in this world,
Ragnarok last night.
So you basically you're using like a telepathic link to your world to kind of.
Yes.
Okay. So, is there anything you use to focus this, or is this something you can kind of just do at a moment?
I think I can usually do it at a moment.
Okay. Cool. Sorry, and I just dropped a bunch of paper. Alright. That was itchy. Okay. Who is it you're contacting to ask this question?
I'm gonna ask the chief of my village.
Okay. Alright. Now to generate a character from nothingness. Okay. Says yes. There's a presence I have. Sorry, I just realized that was a Star Wars line that was unintentionally used.
Yeah, I was like, Obi-Wan?
So, what are you called by your people?
Princess.
Princess?
Princess. Well, because I had mentioned I was the princess of the village before.
Okay. Okay, so are you contacting your dad then?
Grandfather.
Grandfather. Okay. Clarification here. Achieved.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, but seriously, what is your name among your people? Not just princess.
Let's see, what was my actual name? Oh my actual name is QB.
Okay, so it is actually Kyubi. All right, I just wanted to make sure.
Yes, that is my real name.
I wasn't
Because
sure if
that's
that
not
was
my
like
hero name. My hero name is Foxfire.
Yeah, no, I wasn't sure if that was like a title among your people.
No, QB is my real name.
Okay. My dear little QB. What brings you to bother me? Not bother. To reach out to me in the mind spaces. Mind spaces. Wow, that is lame. I am not good with words today.
No, you aren't. It's okay. Well, we found this spider-like creature that attacked us, and I'm wondering if you've heard anything about it.
There are many things that resemble spiders, both within our realm without. Is there anything else you can tell me to help clarify, to narrow it down?
Well, it started out with fighting this turtle. It did!
Are you pulling my tails, young one?
No, why would I ever do that?
Because you have literally done it multiple times.
True. Well, we defeated it, and then all that was left was this egg sac covered in webs.
Well, there is... From our world, there is only one that I specifically know of. And... Okay, let me quick pull this up on Wikipedia so I don't butcher the pronunciation.
Good job.
So... One second here. Wikipedia. Why world build when you can just look up crazy stuff from our own world?
Yay!
Alright, sure. Okay, I don't need the kanji. I just need to know how you freaking pronounce this. Translate. Okay, I cannot find that. I apologize in advance to those pronunciation. I'll probably look it up between sessions if I don't forget. Jorgomo. Here, I'll just toss it up into the Roll20. Okay, I copied way more text than I was supposed to there.
Jorogumo.
Which, fun fact, apparently one of the literal translations of means horror spider. Fun facts.
Oh yeah, Joro Gumo. Oh, how to pronounce it in Yu-Gi-Oh! Judai Gumo.
So yes. They are tricky creatures. They are tricky creatures. They weave deft illusions and simulacrum from their web. And they are cunning. We have dealt with them a few times, and It has always been a true challenge of wills. But I doubt that it would be one of these, seeing as the only gateway between our worlds is shut. And as far as we are aware, no, there hasn't been any activity in the area before.
Huh.
But if you suspect it might be one of these, I'd be careful. They weave a wide web, and woe be to the fools who get entangled within it.
Hmm.
Alright, so is there anything else you're going to do with your contact here? Spend any more of your hold?
Nope.
Okay. Be safe, my princess. And the connection severs. And you come back.
Yes.
I assume you never left the lab then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
the
this
lab.
is like an avatar thing. Like,
Yeah. You find the amulet deep in a pile of guano. There's a reference for people who are probably not watching the stream. But yes. Okay.
wait, what about guano?
Neither here nor there. That was a reference. But when you come to, you notice Frostshot swaying for a moment before collapsing.
Ooh.
And Blank, just because you're kind
Yes?
of the one I'm going to give, just because you're kind of my default guy for being super observant here, you notice a small spider skittering away.
Alright, I will like to step on that spider, because I have no idea if it's going to like report back.
Okay. You stomp on the ground,
Alright.
and when you lift your foot, there is nothing. What do you do? And when I say what do you do, that doesn't mean who I'm specifically talking to. That's kind of giving you guys a point to jump in and do something here.
Yeah. Like that is a good
Frostfoot
question. What
gives a
do we
little
do?
twitch.
Alright, we should get Frostshot to the medical bay. See what's wrong with him. Like,
It's not like you're in the room with a biologist doctor or anything.
yes, okay. Well, then I will at least
Okay.
get him on a table or something. That way we can look over what's wrong with him. And
So yeah, together you get.
like I said before, I'm probably going to go visit my contacts and
All right. Well.
see what I can get on the underground.
So yeah. But before we do that, we'll just quick resolve this little frost shot thing. Together you get the frost shot up onto like one of the an observation table, and Helios does some quick vitals thing. Is like he just looks up at you and is like, I don't understand. There, as far as I can tell, there is nothing wrong. There's not even signs of. Did you mention that there was a spider? Blank.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's not even
Yeah,
signs
there was a
of.
spider then. Like,
As far as I can tell, there is no sign of punctures or anything. All right. Yep. We'll give a
oh,
quick
we lost Kiwi.
pause in the moment here while waiting for our Kitsune.
Hey,
She's
you
gonna
guys
try to
will
play
go to
a
the
prank
spirit
on
world
me while
again.
I'm unconscious. Someone protect my body.
What? Sorry, I didn't hear the first bit of that.
I was gonna say Caillou's gone to the spirit world again.
I was actually talking to Trevor.
I said, oh no, she's disappeared. She's playing a prank. Someone protect my body.
Welcome back.
Otherwise I'll be covered in who knows what her people consider jokes and stuff on my face.
Yes. And so what's going on?
Frostshot just
My
collapsed.
computer crashed.
Okay, I was just about to explain it. Frostshot collapsed, and There was a spider going away, which Blank stomped but left no residue. And as far as Professor Helios can tell, there's nothing wrong with Frost Shot.
Hmm. Well,
Oh, yeah, that's the situation.
Yeah. Well, my grandfather did say that if it was this spider-like creature that is on my world, that it can be disastrous if if someone is attacked by one.
I'm gonna point out here that's not what he said.
Well, are not attacked.
Yeah, he said they cast a wide web, they're tricky, and woe be to those that get tangled up in their webs.
Yes, which means it's bad if someone gets tangled up in them.
Yeah. So yeah, there is a unconscious Frost Shot sitting on the table. What do you do?
Yes. I think first of all we're gonna get him off the table.
Well, he's put on an observation table for...
Oh, observation table.
Yeah, no, it's not like a
Yeah.
table. It's just a table where you can put someone on to look them over. Because this is, Helios's lab, and he does examine people on occasion.
well, I think that he should try to take some samples of Frostshot's blood just to make sure there's no venom
Okay.
in there.
Yeah, like he did mention that he could not see any like puncture wounds.
Yes.
But yeah, he does start taking a sample. It's going to take some time to run the testing.
Of course.
Nope. Your privacy is being respected. You're not stripping.
Look, no one wants to look at your gorgeous bod.
I do.
Oh, Jane is probably quite used to her gorgeous bod, I'll have you know.
Also, I just love the fact that Blank refers to it as gorgeous bod.
Yes.
I know, it sounds like Blake's the only one in denial.
None of us can admit she's cute. He's just like, oh yeah, she's totally gorgeous.
Yeah.
Well, hey, if you look at Blank's kind of look, you could think of that as being a design in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Oh
so
gosh, I love this group.
so what are you guys doing then?
I'm going to go see Toro.
Okay. What about Ellie Girl? What is Ellie Girl doing?
Well, Ella Girl feels a little clueless, and it's like, hey, Blank, do you need any backup here?
It'll probably be better if you don't come along.
Oh, I understand. I know you work better alone. Just all right, then I'll help out QB with, trying to contact her, make sure she can get in contact with her folks.
Yes.
Remember, use the team communications if you need our backup.
Mhm.
All right, so because it's been a bit of because it has been a while. Why don't you give us a quick description of Toro?
Toro is like basically a genetically like altered human with bull DNA, so like he is basically a minotaur like with a rocket launcher type thing.
Minotaur!
This is amazing. So,
What kind of combination is that?
I imagine
And
this
he's
is like
pretty tall mouth, too.
this was like a failed super soldier attempt. He went rogue.
Yeah,
He kind of does his
basically.
own thing.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine he kind of arch henches around, so that's kind of why he has the insider info kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
he's kind of a mercenary, so like he
Where
So at
do you
least aware of like jobs going on.
So where do you find him?
I'm going to say there's like a bar he hangs out in, like probably like a roughneck. I was gonna say the villain's pub, but then I was like, no, bad.
Is it one where like he's the signature patron of, or is it just more of a meeting, a more melting pot kind of thing?
More of a melting pot type of thing.
Okay.
So like I said, bringing Ella Girl there would probably be a bad idea because
Oh sure,
old
bring
man.
the Girl Scout to the villain pub.
yeah.
Alright, so yeah. What so yes, you come to the bar, up to the bar. Sign creaking in the wind is called. Says the place is called Puzzles.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a dingy looking kind of tavernish place. Some reason they were trying to go for more of an English style pub thing, but it just seemed to attract even more dirt than normal. So they tried to go for an atmosphere. The atmosphere they got was dark.
Yeah.
As you
This is not Kern Alley, basically. Like.
yeah, that's kind of a good idea of the feel of this place. It's kind of that. If someone other than you was here, their skin would probably be crawling in here. Just there's more than just a few basic sense of ill ease here. You take a step in, kind of look around. A bunch of eyes automatically just look you up and down, and then go back to their business. Behind the bar, you see a kind of a hunched over, kind of words.
Roll for words.
It's like
Not one.
like kind of very. I guess crooked is the best term I can get. It's like like his joints seem to always kind of just rest at very odd angles and the like. I cannot think of the term. It's gonna bother me all night now. You know what?
Crookedy, maybe? Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. He's not old, or if he was old, if he is old, it's hard to tell because he was kind of born just there. You know him as Igor. He's he's an old hand hench, and he opened up this place later on. He took over this place later on to kind of make a villain dive. He takes a cut of any kind of jobs here, and of course, after a
I just
thrashing.
imagine Igor's like the henchman of like the villain Frankenstein.
Nope. He no one even remembers who his original villain is, what the villain he originally worked under, mostly due to the fact that they got them blown out of time, and so they never existed.
Ah.
Who you're thinking of is Igor.
It's pronounced Igor.
Okay, Frankenstein. Frankenstein.
Focus.
What focus?
Frankenstein.
Anyway, hey, there's
All
always room for referencing a Mel Brooks parody.
Hey, Mel Brooks was awesome.
Anyway, so yes, so
Okay, I'm going to walk up to Igor.
he looks at you with one eye. The other one's probably watching some sort of elder god slipping through the spaces between worlds, or maybe the rafters. You're not really sure. Didn't expect to see you.
Raptors, like, is the basketball team playing?
What? Sorry, you.
The Toronto Raptors. Basketball.
Over my head here.
Sorry, Dustin, you're good.
Okay. Yes. I realized, like, oh yeah, sports references.
Yeah, I am not skilled in the way of sports ball.
Well, it's a Canadian team anyway, so
Well,
that's double.
and I think I think we lost QB again due to another got in her mic there.
Oh, don't worry. Hopefully she'll be back.
Yeah, she'll be back anyways. So
Mhm.
Igor looks whining at here. Says there, didn't expect to see you back here. Heard you went straight.
I'm going to take that as you mean I joined the heroes, not.
Ka! You serious? Low blow, man.
Your choice of reason.
This is really. Yeah, and all those weird
Anyways,
noises. That's totally in character.
Yeah, I figured. Anyways, Torwin.
Kinda hard to miss a bull with a rocket launcher. He kind of gestures him back because, as you know, there's two levels to this. There's the street friendly level, which, like, if someone walked in here that like a random tourist, they wouldn't see anything like, okay, this looks like a dingy bar. But if in the back room is where all the more radical kind of people are.
Yeah. I'm gonna order a beer while I'm here.
he looks at you like, Heidi. There's a kind of a long pause before he just he just slams one down and slams one puts one down, holds his hand in a direction that vaguely leads towards you, open, waiting for the payment.
Mm-hmm. I will I will pull out like some cash in my utility belt, like not my fat credit card or anything like that.
Oh, but the fat credit card.
No, it's the blank credit card. There we go.
Funny enough, completely worthless.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
It's blank.
Now it's the blank checks you want.
There you go. That could be your signature way of paying people.
Anyways, you pay the cash. It's not you get your. He gives you a bottle actually, just because they don't trust the cups to not be either A, shattered, or B, taken home. So they just stick to mostly the bottle just to...
Oh, I thought you were also going to say C. Gringy.
But yeah, so... he kind of... He pulls a little lever. You hear a click on the door to the side of the bar that says, restrooms, paying customers only.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone knows that there isn't actually a restroom in there.
Yeah. So I will take my drink and head in.
Yeah. Down here, it's much more rowdy and raucous. Whereas before, it was kind of like there was like a gloomy pallor like this one. This one feels. This room feels like it's 2 steps past starting a bar fight, but for some reason it hasn't started yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, and in one of the corners, you see the target of you're looking for trying to impress 2 lady villains at the moment. You hear him say the line that you probably heard him try using on people before. Saying, this isn't even the real rocket launcher. And
you're still using
Oh,
it?
wow.
And at that line, promptly, one of the 2 ladies turns in a mist and just disappears, and the other one just punches him in the gut, and he just falls over because apparently she has a bit of super strength to her. And they both, and she just walks past you out the door. What do you do?
I will take the seat across from him and put my feet on the table as I swig back my drink.
Love me. They really love me.
I see you sell the way with women.
Can't keep their hands off me. Now, I thought you were... Sorry, I'm trying to get an accent on this guy. I cannot do well. Now, I thought you were done with the people like us.
Oh, what can you say? You can't keep a good man down.
Well, that would first require you to actually be a good man. At that, he actually tries to swipe the beer out of your hand. What do?
I'm going to kind of do the like too fast for you thing, like.
All right, so it's just like. Still a ball of fun as you always were. And it's like he kind of waves over a server and orders basically a growler of alcohol, which I believe are those big jugs.
Mhm.
So
I'm going to like toss a little bit of the spider web to him. Like, have you seen this before?
Well, I admit I haven't dusted my attic, so if you wanted more, I probably could set some up there, but nothing particular about that.
Bullshit me. I'm not talking about average spiders here.
I bloody well hope not. Because if you were, you are definitely wasting more than a few people's time. Sorry, I can't take this guy seriously. Just the rocket launcher is in one of the seats in this booth here.
I know that.
There's a panel where you see him kind of patting it, and you notice on the side of it there's the name. There's the you see printed on it, Vera.
That's a good name for it.
Anyway, so what's so special about this web then?
By all logic, it doesn't exist.
You shitting me?
Not at all. We've had it taken into a lab, and it's not there.
So tell me, can you actually see through that mask?
I can see through the mask. Like.
So you see there's a bit of web you just threw down on the table in front of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you're expecting me to believe it doesn't exist.
It exists, but yet there's no like materials to it. It's not. What I'm trying to say is it's probably magic.
Alright. So where'd you get it from?
I got. What was the turtle's name again?
Snapping turtle. It was giant mechanized turtle.
It was It was inside Snapping Turtle.
Snapping turtle? I heard she was out in Japan right now.
Well, apparently not.
Now wait. I think I'm getting some here, but if I now this don't come cheap. So I'm looking at a few jobs here that I may need an extra hand in. You gotta promise me you'll be there for me. If I'm there for you. Sorry, rewind that. If I'm there for you, you gotta promise me you're gonna be there for me.
What's the job?
I don't have it picked out yet. I'm saying that I scratch your back, and at a point in the future, you scratch mine. Pretty bloody simple. Mechanically, I'm basically saying I'm giving in-story justification because you have to mark a box of obligation.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just kind of like, God, this is like a very like, oh, whatever job I can think of at the moment type thing. Like, could be something small. It could be, hey, arm this nuclear device.
Now, I know you're trying to go legit here to a degree. Not totally legit, I hope. But, so, if it's anything crossing paths with your buddies and Aegis, hey, I'll be kind of let that off the hook. Alright? Scout's honor. Never really was a scout, so not much honor there, but...
Alright, you have yourself a deal.
Alright. So, what I've been hearing about it only just occurred to me because not necessarily anything arcane, but there's this organization. They've been doing a lot of recruiting lately. Calls themselves the Spider's Web. Not really sure about them. People in there give me the skeevies. Ugh. Not right people there. But pay is good for a lot of people. They've been doing jobs here. In fact, one of the things they did recently was they were recruiting for a job of blowing someone out of a joint.
Oh?
Yeah.
Who'd they blow out?
I think you noticed.
Let me guess. Begins with a C and ends with Amity.
Oh, good. You won the spelling bee. Top prize. Yeah. Nice.
Alright.
Mostly,
so
big thing though I hear about them. They don't have a lot of muscle under their own thing. You mostly use mostly hire on to take care of the jobs, and then they get paid, and then it's gone. So the server comes and lands the growler on the table. So now, if you don't mind, me, Vera, and some kicking alcohol are about to get very acquainted. So I'm sorry, but it's Adult Swim now. He just starts chugging the growler. What do you do?
Enjoy your drink.
Barely regards you there, so obviously, if you haven't already, mark your box of obligation.
Yes, I did. I am now tied between King's side and Toro.
So yeah. What do you do?
Alright. I will first I'll finish my drink, and then I will take this information to the team.
Oh yeah, so... Alright, Ella Girl, was there anything of note that you wanted to do in the meantime?
As I said, I assumed that was just either helping out the professor or QB.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Since apparently Blank said he didn't need my backup.
Right. And QB, was there anything you were doing while Blank was off finding answers?
Honestly, I don't think there's a huge amount. As I said, I'm still kind of happy to have my powers back. Probably one thing, I don't know if we still have our star here, but we probably needed to go back and double check on that interview we were originally supposed to have.
Oh yeah, no, that right now the interview has been postponed. That was actually supposed to be tomorrow, but it was with all this going on, they postponed it.
Okay, that just making sure.
Yeah, no, hey, you just had a surprise hero fight on your base, and then one of your teammates is now unconscious. they're not holding you to that. There's reasonable things. It's not like you're going to have a live interview. They're going to be recording it, then airing it later. So, all right. So,
By the way, Tales Across Time and Space does not condone underage drinking.
yeah. As it says under there, the views expressed on this one are only of the people expressing them, and sometimes they're even in character and not actually the person expressing them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Sorry.
so you arrive at back at the Aegis, and not much has changed about Frostshot's condition since you left. Stable, it's like they're breathing, heart beating, stuff like that. But other than that, it just seems like there's nothing going on.
I'll probably be checking in on this. That makes more sense for my character to check on my teammate than to be part of this.
Well, yeah, I mentioned you guys were just kind of keeping an eye on him during the whole while Blank was off finding answers. I was just
I was probably just kind of sitting in the little side room doing a little bit of homework.
Yep.
Trying to, of course, got to stay on top of my studies while I wait for.
Unless you're taking summer classes, you don't have homework right now.
Oh, that's right. It is the summer. Hooray! No homework.
I mean,
never mind. Fuck homework.
I mean, depending on how stereotypical you want to go with your mom, you might still be doing homework, but.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm technically Asian, so.
I mean,
Like,
depending
is
on
your
if you
mom
want to embrace
kinky?
that stereotype or not. But regardless, so Link has returned. What do you guys do?
Welcome back, Blank. Did you find out anything from
Thank you.
those contacts of yours?
Yeah, apparently, there's this group called the Spider's Web who are responsible for breaking out Calamity.
Can't hear you there, Leah.
Huh?
Oh, your mic was flashing there, and it looked like you were trying to
I
talk.
wasn't talking.
Oh, it may have
Yeah,
been.
I wasn't
me,
trying to talk.
And we just lost Dustin. Okay.
Well, there she goes again.
No.
No, we lost Dustin.
Yeah,
Oh, there
Not
goes
me.
Hello?
we lost Tabula Rasa.
Sorry, my Discord was lagging, so.
So. Alright. So, yes. So, yeah, so you, Jane had just asked if you had found anything out. Then you just mentioned the spider's web, and then we lost you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you guys are free to talk.
Yes. The only thing we figured out is, well, I got a hold of and he said there were these spider creatures on our world.
Yeah, you had mentioned that before they left. He
Yeah.
had left. So.
Oh yeah.
At this point, a person kind of comes out and is like, "Oh, hasn't we kind of had to change their stuff into a gown for better observation. These were some stuff that was on their person here, and there's kind of a tray of small stuff like a wallet and some cards, some miscellaneous things that their phone."
Yeah.
Notably, QB, you've noticed among the things is a familiar card because it seems to look identical to the one you were given.
Where did you get this card?
It was Frostshot had it, so it was conveniently
Frostshot had
unconscious.
Oh yeah.
So, question here. Actually,
Yes.
one person would know where this card came from because she was there.
Me?
No. Ella Girl was there.
Ellen Girl was there. Yes.
Oh, that's right. This the thing you declared.
The card that was sorry, Firebrand gave Frostshot. It said, if you want to be, kind of saying, if you want to be actually do something that matter, figure out what's going on with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I definitely know about this card, and I want to inspect the card definitely to make
You
sure
see just kind of a matrix line pattern, which in your current frame of mind looks a lot like a spider web.
That is rather peculiar.
Mind you, there's nothing on it.
God damn it! I don't know if I have any skills that really help in this situation.
Well, no, but you do know. I was saying you know about the context of it. QB, when you see the card, you see the background as well, but you still see the kind of the similar info that's on the card you have, which is some name, web consultant. I don't remember the exact things I said last time.
Yeah.
This came up, so.
Web consultant. I got it.
By the way, can I, use my support ability on QB to help her see if I can nudge her towards figuring things out at all?
Which ability?
I thought, can't I just do that like as a general support thing for, Bull's Heart?
Bull's Heart, your basic thing is when you trigger a move, you get +1 to it, or you get potential if you comfort and support, which is more about emotional support, not necessarily I help you do an action.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's kind of what I'm providing. I thought I'm providing emotional support to see if I can help her. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out exactly how I can contribute to this part.
Yeah. Sorry, let me...
This is a call place, right?
What?
This card has like a telephone number, right?
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah. But you
I'm
don't
just
see
gonna
the
call
number.
him.
QB's right now the
I thought we had the physical card.
What?
I thought we had the physical card.
Yeah, you do, but all you guys see is the web pattern. QB's the one who sees the...
Oh, okay.
It's like only people who are given the card can read them.
Can I slap Frostshot awake?
I think part of the problem here is Frostshot is kind of in a coma.
Yeah. Alright, so I need to...
Jerk.
Okay, I'm an assassin, so do I have any, like, torture methods to kind of wake him up?
Not that you're going to be allowed to do in an Aegis facility.
Alright.
Are you sure about that?
Also, it's pretty obvious at this point it's a magic spider bite that's caught him in a coma.
Yeah. Hey, Kyubi, can you, do the eye thingy to him?
The eye thingy?
Yeah. Where your eyes went all glowy and you talk to someone?
Can I do it with an unconscious person?
Which abilities did you take?
Or are you talking about the ones that I used earlier?
Yeah. That was my in-character like way of going. Could you do that to him?
Well, you do have 2 hold left, and you could get
Just a second. Yeah.
do 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 do.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could try to communicate.
Well, because I'm gonna point out something. I'm gonna fluff it as more of spells for you, but you have 2 hold left from your belong in 2 worlds. One of the the first thing you can use that on is receive a useful piece of blah 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 that will allow you to use ability from another playbook once. Ability not move. So mind to mind communication is definitely something you could try to get a hold of if you felt inclined.
Okay, I think I will go for that then. Yep. Let me roll.
You don't have to roll it. Well, actually, yeah, it'd be
I don't
unleash your
roll it.
powers.
Okay, roll unleash my powers.
Yep.
Wait, which one? Which thing
Freak.
do I roll for? Freak. Okay.
Yeah. We can spend teamwork to make that a
I
7.
think QB needs the potential.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. If QB is desperate for potential,
'Cause I don't think she
can let
ever
that
really
fail.
fails.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I have some cool like
it's weird.
you're going to reach
So awesome, QB, never failing.
so excuse me for this. I am going to take some creative liberties with your mindscape just because there are things going on that's influencing it.
Yes. Go ahead.
Well, that was more directed towards Trevor because this is technically the Frostshot's mind, but
Oh, right.
you find
Sorry, what was that? Sorry.
you find yourself in the middle of a stage. There are several bright spotlights shining down on the stage. But, you know, the first thing, you know, like, oh, hey, a theater, wow. I'm so surprised at this. But then you start noticing subtle things, like the audience, which you can barely see silhouettes of, is like has too many legs. There's mandibles. The curtains, they're cobwebs, not curtains, and they're still red. And I don't know exactly what they're red with.
Special effects.
Outside of him, QB just collapsed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm letting you succeed, but you're stuck here until things get resolved.
Yes.
And
right now there are 2 people unconscious.
sorry, kind of pseudo canon here, but I just picture after QB collapses, both Blank and Eligirl look down. Then Blank looks over to Eligirl and says, "So you're next."
Yeah.
But yeah, that not necessarily canon. I just where my mind went. So yes, as you look around, you don't see any. You don't see any sign of Frostshot's persona kind of thing. The mental representation of Frostshot. Until eventually until you look up at the light again and realize that's no spotlight. That's Frostshot themselves, tied up in wrapped up into a spider cocoon.
Oh.
And and Trevor, if I end up saying something that you say like, wait, that doesn't make sense, feel free to prod me.
So is this actually like physically happening that he's in this cocoon, or is this like
This is a mindscape kind of thing. So this is more or less. This is very symbolic and basically it's like in a dream kind of thing.
I am trapped by my own need to be popular or whatever.
Or something's trapping you in that kind of aspect. Because I don't think you're obsessed with spiders.
Yeah.
So, QB, as you start gaining your bearings on the situation, you hear musical strings being plucked.
Yes.
I don't know what the name of this instrument is. You turn around and you see a woman just sitting there with one of those. You know what kind of instrument I'm talking about? With kind of from usually you see like stereotypically like a geisha or something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
You know
about.
what I'm trying to saying. Like she is sitting
Yes.
cross like and in the center of the stage behind you and just kind of strumming the instrument. What do you do?
I go over to her.
She continues to play unabated.
Huh?
She just continues to play the instrument.
All right.
I'm just imagining it's one of those 2-string guitars, like.
Yeah.
That's the kind of style of instrument. You know, that not necessarily that specific thing because I don't really know it that well, but
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go over and ask her who she is.
she just, without missing a beat on the music, she says, "You don't remember me? I am insulted." Mind you, you haven't actually specifically seen this particular woman before.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. So I don't really recognize her.
Yeah, but she claims that you have met before.
So
what do you do?
where have we met before?
It was in the park.
Okay. Yeah. Why don't I remember it?
Perhaps you don't remember that she pausing with the taking a hand and still in time with the music because there is it's a time for like a quick pause in the music and just passes her hand across her face. And there's a different face you remember from in the park actually.
Yeah.
The person you had that meeting with. Then the hand passes back down and then the music resumes. Perfectly immaculately timed within the music itself.
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding. Remember now? Ding, ding. Blink,
Yes.
blink, blink.
What are you doing here in Frostshot's mind?
Keeping them safe. Ding, ding,
Safe
ding.
from what?
From making a mistake.
What kind of mistake?
From following one who would turn the world to ash. I look not character, and I'm not talking about Pokemon.
Good. So I was about to have to get Lugia to call you out in your shit.
Ding, ding.
Let's see.
Ding, 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 ding.
Trying to think of what I'm gonna do next. Well, I think I'm gonna pull out of his mind now. Their mind now. And let the others know.
Remember what I said earlier?
Yes. I'm stuck.
Yep.
Let's see. Is something trying to hurt them?
Okay. Sorry. Context for that statement a little more here. Are you talking to? Or is the?
Oh yeah, the woman.
You're talking to the woman about Frostshot, right?
Yes.
Okay. Someone is trying to lead them astray.
Who?
I told you. The one who would turn the world to ash.
But who is that?
They know very well who it was.
Mm-hmm.
After all.
Nintendo.
Okay, come on.
I have to.
Sega does what Nintendo don't.
Fail?
Yeah.
Alright, but she actually stops playing for a moment, stands up. The one that your friend here was following would sooner see someone trying to just get home burned to cinders over the slightest perception, over the slightest white lies. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is why I am keeping your friend safe. Outside of people in the outer world, you are seeing little webs start forming over Kyubi right now.
Uh-oh.
You are stuck in the spider web right now. Just pointing that out.
Yes.
Hey, Jane. Need some fire here.
In what world is that a good idea?
You know what? If you want to try burninating the spectral spider webs, roll plus freak to unleash your powers.
Yeah, let's set the being that's covered in fur on fire. That's totally a great idea.
No. You aren't.
Look, she's normally on fire anyway.
Like, seriously, like, if you roll and succeed, you will get, things will move forward in your direction you want.
Okay.
Well, can I tell if I think that my power would help with the situation? I mean, I'm not going to fire it and just burn our teammate for no reason.
You think you could help if you can, because you're thinking stories back of your father. Like, he's fought things not necessarily like this exactly, but he's fought ghosts, spectral things before.
Alright. So then I will do as my realities. First of all, I'm going to heat up for a moment.
Well, you don't need to heat up for this. I don't think that there's any of your flares that would actually work on this specifically.
Alright.
So this is just
what about just normal reality storm?
No,
or
just roll plus free. You're unleashing your powers, not directly engaging the threat.
Okay, so I just roll freak?
Yep, +1 because you are trying to defend or save your love.
Aww. Whoa!
Oh! Oh! This is probably where we're going to end on this, but I think this is a cool note to end on because I am kind of overheating in here. But ironically,
Me too.
So, you know, like you know that you can do this. You're not sure you have control of it, but so you just kind of start creating the heat, and you just kind of lay your hands down, and just these pinpricks of blue flame just kind of trace the webs just leaving nothing in its wake. And QB in your screen, she starts lifting a hand towards you, then stops, and you see little pinpricks of like blue flame start spreading down her hands, and it's just like looking kind of like, honestly, like there's a first look of like, wait, what? But as it kind of it spreads down there, and it's just like, so she looks up to you and says, "Don't forget, there are those who to see wrong punished would turn everything to ash." And everything just kind of fades away. The webs just kind of disintegrate, and you find yourself laying on the ground with Ella Girl's hand over you, lying back in the Aegis slab. Rawshot, you are starting to stir again.
Whoa. Oh, that was trippy.
Yeah, you don't actually know any of this. That stuff I just described with QB actually happened. You're just it was kind of like a dreamless sleep.
No.
Cross shot. You've been in a coma for 30 years.
I have ants.
Got a new phone. Who dis?
Anyway, so. And that, I think, is where we're going to call it tonight. I know it's technically started early, but it's just like, I feel like this is a really good point to stop.
Yeah.
Certainly interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I figure maybe we'll all be a little more chipper next week.
Yeah.
So, into session moves. If you don't feel like you're up to this one, Trevor, you can skip yours just because, you weren't super involved this week.
Yeah.
But if you want, you can still do it. But first, Ellie Girl. Did you go closer to the team, into the image of yourself, or away from the team?
I don't think really a whole lot happened to me, at least, in comparison. Like, besides Trevor himself, but I feel like that amazing end probably put me closer to the team from just hopefully saving Frost Shot from whatever the heck that was.
Alright, so you're giving influence to Frostshot?
Yep.
Okay. Frostshot, how do you want to shift Ella Girl's labels? Trevor.
Sorry, what?
Because she gave influence to you, and you already had influence over her. You get to shift her labels for Ella Girl.
No.
Don't shift my savior up. Shift anything but savior up. Wait. To make it easier on him since he's worn out, what's the other two options?
Image of yourself or away from the team.
Well, what's growing into myself then?
You shift your labels and explain how you see yourself now.
Oh, okay. Then, if that makes it easier for him, but can I take that instead? Just because he's so exhausted, he doesn't feel good.
Sorry.
It's okay. We're just making sure you're fine.
Well, you can also just pick someone else, because I mean, you can make a case for going closer to Q, because if I've seen you were saving.
Alright, I'll give it to Cutie just so I can have a little bit more value there.
Alright.
Okay.
So shift
All right then.
because everyone has influence over Ella Girl.
Okay.
So shift her labels.
So do I shift labels?
No, you shift Ella Girl's labels.
Yes. I'm gonna say. Let's see. I'm gonna say, let's see. push Freak down and Savior up.
Okay.
I don't think they can take Savior up anymore.
Well, the intention is still there. So you, Ella Girl, you have to mark a condition.
What? No, why'd you do that?
It does make sense in the story.
Exactly.
You did just save her, so.
So, okay, so it just happened. So, what did I shift down, or did we nullify the...
Shift Freak down and Savior up.
Alright, well,
Yeah, though, I think the down would cancel out.
Yeah, nothing shifts if one would overgo.
So you just take a condition.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could see
I don't know
angry.
what makes sense in this situation.
No, I think you could take angry on this, honestly.
Well, you know what? Yeah, that's probably... I mean, I see whatever this weird spider thing is. I don't know if I know a lot about it. And, you know, teenage hormones and everything.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
just
That's
off
kind of the point.
spider.
And sometimes you have to deal with these just being like, yeah, logically you shouldn't be angry, but you can still be angry.
Mm-hmm. Because teenage hormones.
All right, QB. Close to the team, image of yourself, or away from the team?
Closer to the team.
Who made you feel welcome?
I'm gonna go with Frost Shot based on, or actually, no, since Trevor's not. I'll go with Ella Girl.
Well,
I was gonna say, I could shift your Savior up.
Yes.
and what?
I mean, I was gonna say that, but I wasn't gonna make you choose to do stuff because I know you're zapped right now, energy-wise.
And also, like,
Yeah.
Dustin, you can also just say what label should shift down, just if we want.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'd say Frost Shot just because of it brought me and should give me a chance to help.
Mm-hmm. So Savior up, and Dustin, what do you think should be lowered in this situation? I'm just to make.
Let's see. I'm thinking superior down, actually. Like,
Okay.
Because she doesn't really realize the depths of what she's been dealing with so far.
mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense to me. And, oh yeah, Ella Girl and QB. Don't forget, you get to either mark potential or clear a condition for taking the first option.
I'll mark potential.
Okay, Jane, did you hear that?
I've been potential realized.
Well, I'm just making sure you marked either clear a condition or marked potential from choosing to grow closer.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get it.
So you could get rid of that angry that you just got.
Yeah, I can get rid of the anger I just picked up.
Yes, you can.
I'll get rid of the anger.
Okay.
Literally nothing happened to me this day.
Sometimes that happens.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe you were angry for a moment, but it got replaced by relief, saying they were both okay. Blank. Closer to the team, image of yourself, or away from the team?
That is a good question. I am going to probably say the image of myself, because, you know, like, going back to my, like, how I handled everything in the, like, tavern and everything, I thought, like, yeah, I kind of did really well there, and so I'm thinking danger up, savior down.
Okay.
Which puts me in the danger zone of, like, both of those.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I think Trevor's not really up to doing the end of game moves here.
Yeah.
So I think we're at a good point here. So to those watching us in the past, present, and future, I bid you all a good night.
Adieu.